So we're back in Sunset Valley for another renovation. This is going to be a long one. There are almost only big lots left. I have a couple of smaller ones, but yeah, not for today. Today is going to be a residential lot, one of the few remaining ones. I think it's the only one that I haven't done yet. That is inhabited, so it's this one. So I've done the other builds in Summerhill Court, and that's the remaining one here. Not sure of the name, we'll see it in a minute, but it's the Langraab's house, well, estate. It's a big one, yeah. 60 by 60, I think it's just as big as the other lots there. I'm anticipating it's going to be a long one. So without further ado, let's check it out in Edit Town. So the Landgraab, I've never played with this part of the family. I've played with Malcolm Landgraab, the fourth, was it the fourth? From Pleasant View in The Sims 2, when I made a new Pleasant View. I'm not sure exactly how they are related. So old money, and apparently she's a business tycoon and is a doctor. Landgraab Estate. Oh, it's an estate. Oh, okay. I got it right, actually. Only 3 bedrooms, but it's better than just one. 4 bathrooms. 60 by 60. So, an elegant home on the most exclusive circle in town. This stately manor resounds with, I'm going to say it the French way, with grandeur. 4 fireplaces, a massive kitchen, formal and informal living areas, a large custom pool, 2-car garage, and elegant neoclassical landscaping round out its elegant features. Hey, and from what I've seen, it's the design, the architecture is quite Tudor inspired. I think it's the perfect timing to start on this one, since I'm fresh from the old Tudor, so I think it's perfect to tackle this one right now. First, let's do a tour of the estate. So I don't think I've said it, but I moved the lot, actually. It wasn't there originally. It was where I've put Wolf Manor. But I really like that location for it, because with the view on the lighthouse there, also they must have like such a great view from the back garden. I like how they did the wall there, quite the thick one. Here at the family. Hello. There is no. That could be like the caretaker's house there or something near the entryway. Really like the driveway. It's pretty grand. So it takes some room, but from what I've seen, the back garden is not that small either. So that the 2-car garage. Oh, that's not the same brick. So I have to keep a 2-car garage. What I'm thinking of is I'm not keen on having horses in a non-rural town, because horses they do tend to in the Sims they do tend to wander around town, and then they cause lag, and they are in places where there shouldn't be horses. And so that's why I haven't done anything to have to add horses. But I know that not everyone thinks the same way, and that town is actually not for me. So I might add a stable there, because if there is a family who owns horses in that town, I think it's going to be that family. But yeah, it's a pretty house. The front yard is pretty well tended and neat. Don't think I'll do a lot. Work a bit more on the entryway. Where is it bumping out like that? Here. Not sure really. Was it to have a overhang over the mailbox? Maybe? The facade itself, I'm going to try and keep the walls as they are, mostly maybe change a tad the coloring there, a bit less orangey. The roof, I might pick one that is, we'll see. I'm not sure. I really like the chimneys. Okay, the backyard. That is pretty, but maybe we can do that in the front and here have an activity to do. I'll see what I can do there, but I'm thinking of doing something a bit different. The pool, okay, I'm not keen on having a pool like that, but it's in the description, and that I hate. And that is really not something I like to see, because it's very dangerous. I'm always thinking of SIMS bumping the head and then drowning because of it. And also, ooh, okay. Yeah, that deck area, I'll rework it a bit. Like there is sort of a gazebo, but maybe a bit more. But there is a great view from there. Oh yeah. Well, there is a tree, but it goes transparent when you come closer, so it doesn't actually impair the view too much. Oh yeah, you can still see the lighthouse from there. Now that pond area is very, very pretty. It is beautiful. I like it. Very calming. A very relaxing atmosphere. Super cute. So fresh feel to it. I really like the pillar there actually. The balcony is a bit. Are these doors? Yeah, so there is like nothing. So maybe work a bit on the balconies. Oh, and that area is pretty weird. Okay, I don't really get that, so I might fit it in, you know, with walls. And maybe here too. Okay, so back into the front, let's see the inside of the house. I really like the front entry. It's a mix of rustic and a bit grand, but not that grand. Okay, let's get inside. Ooh, okay. 2 staircases. Oh, you can see in the kitchen. The kitchen is over there. Okay, so 2 staircases and that door leads outside. Pretty symmetrical too. Are these bathrooms? That would be my guess. Just behind the staircase. Whoa. Well, bit too golden, me, but okay. Rather grand dining. Then this is the kitchen. Oh, okay, that's a fireplace. So the fireplace is just behind that wall. And then, ooh, I like what they did. That's such a great idea. So there is some waste of space, but that can be rearranged easily. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a sunken kitchen. So have that kitchen 1 floor below, because the house is on foundation, so there is nothing there. The kitchen 1 floor below, and keep the... Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. The wallpaper is also on the fireplace. Yeah, that's original. That way it's a bit more isolated from the rest of the room and a bit more of a house with stuff there. Again, I'm not going to add, just like for the altos, I'm not going to add anyone there, but just the possibility to have people working for them and a room for the staff to work and live in. Another pattern, I really like how they used it. Okay, so is that a bathroom? Yes, it is. Ooh, marble everything. And on the opposite side of that corridor, I'm guessing it's also a bathroom. Yes, exactly the same one. On that side of the house, seems to be like a study. Or is it a living room? It's a sort of library. A study. Is it the same room or are these 2 rooms? Okay, I'm getting lost. And that's the living room? Drawing room, let's say. It's quite the view too from there. Again, the fireplace I really like. Okay, so these are 2. Ooh, why? You're losing so much space there, and also it's there. So why 2 studies? And this is the drawing room. Okay. Ooh, it's too rustic, those tables. They don't go in even that wood paneling there. Looks a bit like a farm like that. So that's the first floor. is it? Yeah. So let's tackle this one first. So I'm pretty sure that is going to be inside then. Sunken kitchen, almost for sure, and try and keep the dining room there. And here I'm going to reshuffle the whole thing and see how it can be rearranged a bit. Maybe something also on the floor below. Do I keep 2 staircases? I don't know. Let's go upstairs. Ooh, big landing. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to keep 2, but maybe 1 in the middle. Or 1 on the side. Because there is, here and here, there is leftover of the room that could be used. But that's a grand hallway, for sure. Ooh, okay. Oh, what I could do is like a circular walkway there. Is that, no, I've seen it, it's a corridor. I was like, is that directly a room? Because that would be a huge room, but it's a corridor and rather big. Oh, okay, so, oh, that's too bad. So these are, oh, is it a corridor? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bedroom. Yeah, it's a bedroom, okay. Oh, okay. I might need to see it like from above, yeah. Yeah, okay, I was getting confused, but why is that the view is there? So the bed should be like turned toward there. Also, what a waste of space there. And a huge bathroom with its own fireplace. Even has a sink. Okay, statue there, looking at someone going on the toilet. Yeah. Marble there, a bit much too. Not sure it goes with the image I have of old money. A bit too bold in with the pattern too, the colors. So that's that wing here. Then I saw that there was, oh, a theater room. Okay. Oh, maybe we could do like the library here. And maybe we do a double-decker one. Okay, and then that's a corridor. Okay. Oh, let's try and guess. So at least a bathroom. Let's say Malcolm's bedroom. Let's say like 3 bedrooms. And okay, so it might be a spare bedroom actually. So next door, Malcolm's bedroom. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's his bedroom. Set up for a debate. Oh, that pattern, that style. Again, a mix of textures. Okay, I like the ideas. And it has its own fireplace. And so the last room should be a bathroom. A bathtub. Okay. Is there an attic? There is no access to it, but that's a full-on attic there. I was almost expecting no floor. So maybe the staff can have their rooms, their bedrooms there. We could do something neat. Okay, it's not closed there. Oh, because of the chimney. Okay. The library could go from the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor. Is that, yeah, those two are floating in the air. So, I've got a few ideas. So as I've said, it's going to be a 2-parter. First episode is going to be mostly the exterior, and maybe the basic layout. And second one will be tackling the rooms inside. It's going to be a long one, so let's get started. So, starting with the main build and also the layout, I went back and forth between working on the layout itself and also, you know, for instance, the facade, if I would use such or such window there. So I started with the kitchen actually first, because I changed the structure there and I knew it was going to have an impact on the rest of the build. So I sort of added a floor, even though it was already there, so it didn't really change the whole thing, but the kitchen is lower, it's on the ground floor, while the rest of the floor is on the 1st floor, on foundation. And also did the same thing for the living room, drawing room over there. To keep, because I noticed that there is quite a symmetry to the building. So I wanted to keep that idea and have the room that is at the opposite side of the kitchen be quite similar to it, so that I could also have the same type of so I worked a bit later on the balconies over there in the back of the building, and how to integrate them a bit more into the building while they are still decorative balconies, because even though there is a door leading to them, there is no room to really use them. So they were already mostly decorative. There is no more door leading to them, it's a window, but I've reworked a bit that part so that they were more integrated into the building, and so I needed to see a bit more how to work with that, and so I needed to have the kitchen and drawing room done before. So here, starting with the balconies. Also before I did also that roof bit where there was gaps in between columns or something. Well, that part over there, it's going to be the library. So it's going to be a double-decker library. But I was thinking at first that it was going to be first floor and second floor. It's actually second floor and third floor, using the attic part there for the library. So here I'm doing the 4 different, I think there are 4 different entrances there in the back, not counting the one in the middle, so 2 on each side, and they are also symmetrical. So the 2 on each side, the 2 are a tad different. One is on ground level, the other one is on the first floor, and same thing for the other wing of the building. So played again with the same, with the symmetry, with the fact that that building is definitely quite symmetrical. And the fun thing is it ended up being one of my favorite houses in town. I think it might even be my favorite. It was very fun to do. It was long. It was a long one, but very fun to do. And yeah, usually I'm more fond of asymmetrical houses because the quirkiness of it, having staircases here and there, random corners, I'm quite fond of that. But here I was, oh, I like it. I like the house. So I had also a lot of fun doing the half-timbered housekeeper house, I don't know. Well, I made it half a canal, so there is a canal on the ground floor, but there is also a level skip marker there, so there is no direct access. Well, the SIMS can go there, but you don't have a direct view into the ground floor level, but they can go there and can use what's there. And also I've put an archway, so it's totally visible from the outside. We can direct if they have dogs, we can direct them there. And on the second floor, which is actually the first, or the equivalent of the first floor, because the house is on foundation, but not that small house there. Don't know how to call it. The caretaker's house, I guess, or cottage. It's not really a cottage. Okay, let's go with house. and so there is an apartment on that first/second floor, and yeah, there can be a couple living there, and they are the caretakers for the property there. So yeah. Oh, here the landscaping I'm doing, I'm kind of replicating the hedge pattern that was in the back, and I've put it in the front. But then a bit later I was thinking maybe I could have added a few more items for the horse to play with. So if they have a horse, so there is a stable, so they can have a horse, and if they have one, I've put a ball, and what else? Oh, yeah, that wall, they can jump over it. But usually I try to have it more disguised into the landscape. It's pretty fun to do too. But here I put it after I had already started on the hedges there, having the pattern that used to be in the backyard, and so I didn't go very far with it. I just put the wall on near the front wall, that's white one, and yeah, but a horse can use it. So then the backyard, the back garden. So work a bit more on the swimming pool. I think it's about the same size. It might be a tad smaller because I removed the part that was under the bridge, and on the other side of the bridge was a bit, yeah, I didn't want it to be, it looked too dangerous. Okay, and then I didn't do a very sophisticated one, just basic, but I like the color scheme there because I thought it looked a bit like a fountain for that. Again, I'm not that keen on having swimming pools in backyards, and so I was trying to not disguise it, but have it blend in a bit more with the whole vibe here, the style that I was going for. And same thing for that gazebo area. I've tried to reuse the same half timber that was used on the main house, and have it blended more with the whole style, the vibe I was going for. And then on the other side of that, I also made it a bit wider, the patio area. Oh, I've kept the decorative garden near the pond where there is the columns extra. I think I've customized slightly the columns there and removed maybe a few bushes, but it's the very same idea. So yeah, that patio area, I made it into the grill area because it was elsewhere, and I thought it was more logical to have it there. And then on the other side of that area where the hedges were, I did a sort of tennis court, but I wasn't sure what direction to have it, so I changed it afterwards. I had it in the other way around, and with the nubs court, the nub set, I don't remember the name of that game, and I play tested it. It works, so I was very happy because I had that idea of them being able to do an activity there that would look a bit like playing tennis. So when the whole family played with it, well, the whole family, there are three of them, the three of them were playing, and it worked, even with the fence in the middle, and I couldn't find a better fence than this one. That would look a bit like a net. So that was another one. I think it might be the cheapest one, or it might be among the cheapest ones that at first I thought might work there, but then it didn't really look like a net, so it went with this one instead. So then back to the caretaker's house and the kennel on the ground floor. So I did 2 sleeping corners for dogs, and that's also where I've put a bathtub there. So where there is for now the counters, I removed that area to have here the bathtub, so they can be washed there. And yeah, everything needed for dogs. I was thinking more of dogs sort of going all money there, so hunting dogs or something like that, but they can be any type of dog. And then upstairs did a small apartment. Everything in the same room, except, so that's downstairs, there is a small entryway, hallway there, and then upstairs everything in the same room except for the bathroom, so there is a small room for the bathroom, and there is a TV, a small fridge, and a bed, and a table, couple of chairs, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing much there. Just the basic for a couple to live in. Oh, have I put the fridge downstairs? I don't remember. Yeah, I might have kept. Oh, we'll see it during the tour, because I changed my mind about them having a kitchen downstairs, but then we cannot see it. Because I've put a level skip marker there. So to see that level, you need to zoom in on the seam that is there, and then you're able to see that level. But it is accessible. I don't have the words to say that. So I do that because it's a huge house and you don't need to see the foundation level. So I've tried to put things that are either visible from the first floor level, or that are just more or less set dressing like that, and those hay stacked on top of the others there. And for instance, the whole stable area is pretty much visible from the outside because it's not really closed off. There are columns there to pretend there is an archway, but yeah, it's accessible and visible from the outside, but it's not directly visible. I'm so not explaining it well, but yeah. Okay, so that's it for that first part. Let's go to the tour. So, overview of the house, and it's actually the first floor there is no view of the ground floor, so the caretaker's house here, and it's the apartment directly. There's not a view of the canal there. Then the garage is going to be only a 2-car garage because it's in the description, stable. And there is a door leading to the kitchen, the sunken kitchen. Dining room is going to stay that way, and I haven't really worked on the real layout, let's say. I just did the structural changes. So there is a sunroom here and a patio here, and the swimming pool with that pond area, that hasn't really changed. I really liked it as it was. Pathway leading to the gate over there, and then the pretend tennis court there. The second floor, I haven't really done much there except the staircase area. The access to the attic I haven't done yet. I'll do it in the next video, the second part of that episode. That's it for that video. Part 2 should be ready tomorrow. So I'll see you then. À demain!